Welcome back. You're still on To The Press, and we're reaching you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. We've now been joined by our guests, our usual guest, Richard Oribe, who's a political analyst and a public affairs analyst. You're welcome to the studio, Mr. Richard.
Good morning.
Pleasure to have you.
You are looking so gorgeous.
Thank you.
Looking so kaftan.
Oh, well, proudly. Good to have you in the studio today.
My pleasure always.
For the first time in a long time, you're alone.
Yeah.
So hopefully today you're not going to be dragged by your fellow analysts, but probably by viewers. Who knows? All right. There's been viewers. Our phone lines are now open as well for you to call in and join the conversation. In case you do not agree with him completely, please feel free to hear your opinions. All right, Mr. Richard. There's quite a lot of stories that made it to the front page. In fact, a lot of things have happened since the last time you came into the studio on Monday. A train fell, PDP zoning their tickets to the south, so many issues. President in Brazil, lots of comments, his visits to and his address to some Nigerians living in Brazil and all of that. Quite a lot of things that made it to the front page. But let's start with some political stories, because I know it's your forte. So let's talk about this 2027 presidency and PDP zoning to the south. Do you see it like a sort of leeway for ex-President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan to come right on the party's wings, or for someone like Obi to come right on the party's wings? Do you think they have other interest, or they're just trying to make sure that they position their party as the best opposition for 2027? Let's get your thoughts on that.
In the first instance, I would like to thank PDP stakeholders for the decision taken. Yes.
Okay.
For the decision taken. At least it shows that they are a kind of trying to realize their mistakes. If you listen to the interviews granted by some of the key stakeholders of the party, the one I watched recently was that of the minority leader of the Senate, Senator Abba Patrick Moro, Benue South Senatorial District. He said it very clear that the 2023 PDP election was a serious, heavy blow on the party because of their mistakes for allowing a northerner to pick the ticket of the party when President Buhari was just leaving office. Among all of these political parties, they did many 18 political parties known to law in Nigeria today. It's only PDP that first in the history of Nigeria of democracy currently internally agreed that zoning for equity, for fairness, and for inclusivity should be adopted in their constitution.
All right, just a minute. Let's quickly take this call. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. You're welcome to the press. Please tell us. Oh, sorry, we lost the call.
Let's talk a bit first. Should be adopted in their constitution. And it came from Chief Olabode George. And the party adopted this in their constitution. And not that after zoning, other persons from other zones, they are totally out of the contest. You can still ventilate your interests as a Democrat to contest, but the arrangement of the party, every candidate, every delegate coming for the primary, they know where the zoning is and they know who to choose. So now that they have finally done the needful, and it was as a result of that some persons within the party got aggrieved and they worked against the party, that they cannot be seen as a certain candidate, and that their conscience would not even allow them to agree that another northerner should be the president of Nigeria after President Buhari. So now that the APC have finally equally first before other political parties agreed that they are zoning into the south, and they narrowed it to the sitting president. So it's morally right.
Even though they narrowed it to the sitting president, they still claim that the ticket is still open for other people to come by.
It is done in that manner so that you don't see it to be against democratic principle.
But they have the option of consensus, direct or indirect primaries.
That is still internal.
It's still within the ambience of the law.
The one they are saying now that anybody can still contest against the president is because they don't want to be seen to be a shrinking democracy.
If they decide it's consensus, so they are still within the law, right?
If they decide it's consensus, that is still their own party arrangement. So now, in the angle to the other area you talk about, former President Goodluck Jonathan. Yes, he's a good candidate if they should choose him. If we will agree to contest, he's a good candidate. But
what are his thoughts?
I don't think he will accept coming to contest for president again in Nigeria immediately.
But he said he's still consulting.
Even if he's consulting, anybody that will convince him to contest for president in this country wants to destroy and rubbish his political image globally. The way he is now is the best compared to be president of this country again. He has ruled this country for 6 years. 2 years of a joint ticket with Buhari and 4 years from 2011 to 2015. So it's enough for him. And what he's enjoying today, I don't think any ex-president, if not Obasanjo, will enjoy such a privilege that he has today. So the most important thing, whoever is coming for leadership, that is really and sincerely coming for leadership in the interest of the people, should be that after my office, what will be the people's thinking about me? Now the thinking about Jonathan is positive, and it's enough for him. He has written his name on gold in gold. So the idea of coming back again to be president, me as a person, if he allow me to advise, as I'm advising now, the best thing for him is to remain where he is. Then for Obi might not be the option. Some people may be going to Obi to come to PDP for them to give him ticket. But if Obi should dare enter PDP with the mindset of say they will give him ticket, they will destroy him politically, he will not be given the ticket. So the people might be saying, okay, now the area is free. Now Atiku is no longer in PDP to disturb you, and for the fact that the party have zoned the seat to south and southeast, they are the best now to be considered under normal circumstances. Southeast Nigeria, southeastern Nigeria, they're the best to be considered. So we would have it on the platter of gold now. If he had not taken the decision in 2022 by jumping out of the ship of PDP to another party. So he cannot come back now to PDP. Morally it will be against him to say he's too ambitious. That is just, his interest is just to be president. And that is why he's jumping from this party to this party to this party. So it will not be right morally for Obi to even dare, to even try coming back to PDP. So now the whole thing, to me, and as I have seen it, the field is very green for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to complete his second tenure.
Okay.
Yes, it's too green. The field is so green for Tinubu to complete his second tenure.
Let's do some political calculations here, because you mentioned that the field is green, and you mentioned the southeast as being the best option right about now. But looking at this calculation now, if a southeastern president emerges, for example, for 2027, it means that he only gets to do 4 years, because power is expected to go back to the north in 2031, right? Expectations. So now there's this headline that says Igbo leaders demand binding MOU for 2027 support as APGA backs Tinubu. So there's also some conversations around some coalition, in fact, already gathering money to buy the president's next presidential ticket from the southeast. That's a conversation on its own. Do you think that there is a mathematical calculation somewhere that let's have a Tinubu go now, then when power goes back to the north, when it's coming back to the south, it's definitely going to go back to the southeast?
The division there is that those in APC, the gladiators in APC, they are thinking that the best thing for them to do is to stand with Tinubu to complete his 8 years.
Okay.
And Tinubu going after rounding up his 8 years tenure, you will hand over to a northerner. And Tinubu is the best to them that can consider the southeasterner to be a vice president to the northerner that will be coming to take over from Tinubu.
Oh, I get it.
And the southeast will start from becoming the vice president of Nigeria. Then, as the northerner will be rounding up, maybe the gladiators within the circle of APC party that time may equally have the interest of the southeast to produce the president. Since the southwest have produced Obasanjo for 8 years, if Tinubu finish 8 years, making 16 years from the southwest, and the south through Jonathan has spent at least 6 years in the presidency. So going to the south again, maybe in 2035, the best region to be considered should be the southeast. But they will have to start from being the vice president first, which is after Tinubu, the north will take it under APC. But if it by any miscalculation or God's divine arrangement, another political party wins from the south, that party will definitely complete 8 years. Whoever will win, even under a PDP. If a PDP candidate from the south now win the 2027 presidency, definitely the person will complete 8 years, not minding the fact that Tinubu has spent 8 years. Definitely it will happen that way. Even if it is the southeast that PDP push their ticket to, and the person eventually wins Tinubu, he will definitely complete 8 years. But the major issue in this country now is that we are not even discussing how we can survive as a nation. But who will become this? Who will become that? Who will become that?
Probably because who becomes what, especially the #1 person in the nation, also is strongly tied to how to survive.
But have we refined ourselves? These people jostling for this position, are they refined enough to even trust them that if they come, the country will be better? Because they challenge around the country. Now you see all the discussion around. If you open newspapers, you see, go to beer parlor, go to every stand, even parks. Nigerians are so choked. Nothing seems to be working well in the country.
Except our entertainment industry.
Leadership failed. Even in the entertainment industry, they are worse now.
It's a thriving economy.
They are worse. It's thriving in a negative way. Because before now,
it's working.
Before now, when people like Kuti, Femi Ransom Kuti, when this musician.
Okay, Mr. Richard, because we don't
when they were singing,
we don't want us
they were giving moral knowledge, moral thinking to direction to younger ones. But today, the entertainment industry has even destroyed things.
To say nothing is working would make it seem like we actually
no, things are working, but not working
according to expectations.
Not working, not just according to expectation. Nigeria, we're not supposed to be where we are now. Oil was discovered in Nigeria in 1957.
And Brazil is now way ahead of us.
1957, we are still far below what we were as a nation, even before the discovery of oil. Leadership across board is nothing to talk about.
So, Mr. Richard, what do you think, or who do you think should be blamed for this? Now we have issues around
we blame ourselves
what kind
as
of elections. Again, we blame there are conversations around what kind of elections are being conducted. First, how do we appoint the INEC chair? #1. #2.
Not how do we appoint INEC chair, not how do we conduct our elections. All those things still revolve around the citizen.
I'm coming to that.
You are not going to pick a Ghanaian to be our next chairman in Nigeria.
Mr. Richard, another conversation would be, how do we vote Nigerians? Now, we claim, a lot of us tend to lament so many issues, but we don't go out. The biggest challenge we have is voter apathy. If you don't go out to vote for who you think is right,
voter apathy,
you might just have given
voter apathy is caused by the manipulation around the electoral system.
That's why I mentioned.
Voter apathy is caused by selfishness of politicians. Voter apathy is caused by too many things. Poverty, inequality in the system can cause voter apathy. When only you will become the president, your son will be governor, your uncle, your cousin will be chairman of a local government, creating very wide inequality gap.
Okay, Mr. Richard, I'm going to ask you.
So the other poor Nigerians who have now been seen to not to be part of the system will see that, why am I even going to be participating in this process? Okay, when I am not part of them?
Let me ask you a question very candidly. Are you a card-carrying member of any political party?
Presently?
Yes.
I'm a card-carrying member of APC.
Okay. For that, I think you would go scot-free, because the question is, are we participating? Because if you don't participate, the only thing you give yourself is the choice of whatever has been given to you. Not
the choice of whatever that is given to you. What I am saying is the willingness. The Nigerians are willing to participate.
Let me explain what I'm trying to say.
But the gap is closed against them.
Let me explain what I'm trying to say. If you're a part of a party, you're a political party member, it means that you can fight your way into actually be part of the decision makers. So, for example, if a party ticket is going to be given to a particular candidate, either by vote, direct voting, indirect voting, consensus, they still need your input on that. So if you're saying that things need to change, it means that you have to be a part of the change, not just from the outside, or not just from your words, but from your actions, which means that you have to be a part of that party, be a part of those people who make those choices, because at the end of the day, what Nigerians find every day and all day is always a battle between the devil and the Red Sea.
The challenge there is that even as a member of a particular of APC, once you are seen to be someone that will give the right decision, the right policy that will drive even the party and the nation, you might not be given the opportunity. You get my point, and you don't have that personal strength to force yourself in.
We have people who are beginning to become voices. I don't want to start mentioning names. We have youth who are becoming voices. If these people who are becoming voices decide to join political parties, do you think they will still be unknown? That's why we must make the change from where we are.
Nigeria, not that we lack people. Nigeria as a nation, we don't lack people. We don't even lack brains. We don't lack anything. We have everything in abundance. Human resources, we have it in abundance. But those who have that willingness, that patriotic zeal to do things in the interest of this country, there are the few who have formed that cartel against the general masses. Will not let you to have your way. That is the problem. And once even, and to some who are good, once you are given the chance to even be there, they will call you. You have to think how you talk. You must form yourself, in fact, redefine yourself to fit into the system. And that is against the nation too. The problem there, even if you choose to be independent, to be on your own, and be doing your best for the country, the system will still choke you. So what we need in this country generally is redefining our way of thinking. Because if you move away from Nigeria now to common South Africa here, even Ghana, see, in Nigeria, we have the highest, we farm yam more than every African country. The whole world, Nigeria have the highest farmers that deal with yam. But we can't even transport our yam straight abroad. Ghanaians come to Nigeria to buy our yams, and from Ghana they transport it as if they are the producers.
Let's quickly take
this. Even Cameroon here, that depends on our yam.
A minute, please. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. You're welcome to the press. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Samuel. I'm calling from Lagos.
All right, Mr. Samuel, please join the conversation.
Speaker is right in what he's saying. If you wanted to make an input into this Nigerian government among these people, they will not allow you. You can see what's happening to Shore. You can see what's happening to Nnamdi Kanu. Those are the people that wanted to speak up. Where are they now? They are put in prison. Shore is still on trial. Even if people are still coming up to say good things, how these things is to be run, the cabals, like the man said, the group of people that are choking Nigeria, they will not allow. They might even go at the length of killing you just to silence you. Thank you.
Thank you for your contribution.
If you go to social media, some maybe WhatsApp, all these social media, there are people that are there from January to December. They are just there gathering information. They won't make a comment. Even some who will come boldly to write some things that will be in the interest of either your local government, your state, or Nigeria. Somebody will come to your inbox and advise you. You don't have to talk this way in public. What kind of country are we? Like in America, Kamala Harris ran an election against Donald Trump. There are people from the Republican Party, well-known party men and women under Republican Party, that choose to support Kamala Harris of the Democratic Party against Donald Trump. Because what they are doing there is about ideology, not about personal friends, personal relationship, or about what you gain from the system, but about what the nation gain from the system. So for that reason, some gladiators within Republican Party, they supported Kamala Harris of the Democratic Party.
Wouldn't you liken it to
gladiators from PDP that supported APC? We have not heard from America. We have not heard that Republican Party punished those people that supported Kamala Harris of Democratic Party to have worked against their party. As party supremacy, we are known to we have been educated wrongly. Party supremacy. You understand? If even party system should be in line with national value, national interests. Not the party cannot be bigger and greater than the nation.
Absolutely.
And for the fact that this shrinking of quality persons becoming president, becoming governor, becoming chairman to better Nigeria will definitely come from within the party. We will always have it wrong when the wrong persons are picked from the party to come to the front seat as national leaders. It's a problem. But party have to, Nigerian political party system should be reconfigured.
All right. Let's quickly take this call again before we continue. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're welcome to the press.
Alex from Kogi.
All right, Alex, please join the conversation.
Yeah, this program is very interesting.
Thank you.
But the funny aspect of it is that you wanted to put that man in problem.
He's used to it.
The level he was speaking now, I'm afraid for him.
No, he's used to it. It's not the first time he's doing this on air.
He's afraid because of my party.
Okay, because this country, my sister.
Yes.
I didn't remember when last we have election. All we are having is selection.
All right.
It's no more election, it's selection. Even people good, you're going. Nobody will approach it.
All right. Yeah. We hope for the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your contribution, Mr. Alex. Now let's move on to other stories because of our time. Strike threats. ASUU says strikes. When somebody says mother of everything, it means that this is probably not going to be a joke. Maybe they've had jokes all along, and we know how ASUU strike can stall things, education, everything. How heartbreaking that can be. But something caught my attention. On the front page of the Punch, it says ASUU VCs decry professors 525,000 naira monthly salary. Don't insist on salary review as senior lecturers and dons, I beg your pardon, insist on salary review as senior lecturers and 386,000 naira. Education Labour Ministers meet today. How can a whole professor and have a take home of just 525,000 naira monthly? Is this a joke?
Like I used to say,
okay,
we joke with everything in Nigeria.
All right, so this is probably a joke. Is that what you're saying? We
joke with everything in Nigeria, and the joke always come from the direction of self-interest,
all right,
not national interest, and that is our major problem.
Okay, help us make sense of
the issue. There is that in other developed countries of the world, professors, education first should be the number one thing. Priority of any nation. Education and health. Then power to drive the economy. Education and health. Without education, no nation can be strong. Economically, technologically, military-wise, no nation can be strong. But in Nigeria, is our education system fit enough to justify the claim of our professors? Is Nigeria education system good enough to justify what the professors are claiming now and the VCs?
What are you saying in essence?
What I am saying in essence is this. If you are putting much input that is giving better output, even the person who hire you to do the job will on his own or her own increase your salary.
Are you blaming the quality of education?
I am blaming the quality of education in Nigeria on the professors. And I am blaming the bad leadership in this country on the professors. I am blaming it on the entire education system that doesn't qualify them to even cry for increasing their salary. In other advanced countries, go to India. You cannot even be a party secretary if you are not a doctorate degree holder. And why? Because these are people that are good research brains. No nation survive without research. Professors should be the brain boss.
But your constitution makes it easy for even a secondary school certificate holder to be president.
Yes. A secondary school certificate holder. For example. What is there is that through the research, government pick policies. You assist government from your research.
Professors are not legislators, remember?
Professors are not legislators, but they influence even legislation. They influence legislation. From what you have gotten from your research, they can put it as a policy in government that will better the life of the country. You cannot, no nation survive without research. US just increased their defense budget to $1 trillion. The first in the history of this country. Over 70% of this budget, defense budget, is going for research to strengthen their defense hardware, defense system. There's no nation in this world. If our professors, the university system, the entire education system in Nigeria, if they are giving us the best now during the election that is the major problem that almost every person in Nigeria complain about, bad leadership, bad this, they narrow it to our electoral system that is 40. Who are the people making this electoral system 40? The NH chairman is a professor from the same university system, and most of these people they send as returning officers that utter result of elections. They are professors.
When your salary cannot take you home. Wait, I want to quickly chip something.
When your salary cannot take you home. If you do the right thing, the system will appreciate you.
How many people do the right things that the system appreciates really?
You are not doing it. Even if you are not being appreciated, you are not doing it. In the first instance, it shouldn't be in your mind that.
Do you know how many professors are doing it the right way? So how many of
in the
them
first
are
instance,
the system rewarded with 525,000 naira?
In the first instance, 525,000 naira is big money. It's plenty money.
With the current inflation?
With the current inflation, how much is your salary as a journalist? I read somewhere yesterday where somebody placed advert of a mathematics teacher in Abuja here, and the salary was stated there, 50,000. Is that up to the 70,000 minimum wage that
they expected to have their teachers training certificate?
No, what we are saying, see, now, just after 1 week, or after 2 weeks, maybe because of a proposed salary increment of political office holders, that made these people now, the professor, the university said to say their own too should be increased, and that they should go back to 2019, I mean 2009 agreement of 18 for their salary to be increased. If these people are doing the best thing, the right thing for the country, we have enough money to pay who is doing the right thing for us. But when the right thing is not done,
so you think political parties, you think people in government,
they should not even, their
salary over the lecturers.
Their salary should not even be increased.
Okay.
Instead of increasing political office holders' salary, channel whatever you are going to put as increase to that salary they are talking about to women, married women across Nigeria, local communities. This nation, the fall, the good and the bad of this country is start from home. The homemakers who are women in our rural communities, they are the one building the nation through their children. They are the one building the nation. Homemakers should be placed on at least monthly stipends, salary. Something should be given to Nigerian women at the grassroots rural areas. They can take that. Maybe from this, their monthly revenue allocation that they are sharing between federal government, state government, and federal. They should equally set aside some percentage from this allocation to state and put it to one side. Set up one, if it is through Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs. They can do it through Ministry of Women Affairs. They should deduct something, push to that side, and take a data. Comprehensive data of Nigerian women across the local communities,
Mr. Richard,
and be paying things into households.
While this is a beautiful idea, it sounds like living on palliatives again. How long do we survive?
It's not issue of palliative. This is not about palliative. This is about sustaining the whole front, assisting women to keep doing what they are doing from education. After family training of every child, we were taught about something called child development. This, how do they put it in education? Human development from 0 to 1 year. Then the other side, that's all those ones from family level, mother, father, parental care. From the home front, you guide your children, you train your children on how to behave when they go to the larger society. Once that side is 40, and when they get to a certain stage, churches, mosques assist as well, school. Now the education system is 40. You don't send children to school now. Even the ones you train well from home, once they get to school, they become something else. It's a problem. The only area where we can get it right is from the home front. Presently, education, they have bastardized everything about education in Nigeria. And the same people are the ones, when you are a professor, and you go to the field to be a returning officer of a nation of your country, the people that will gather this result to give you before you utter it, they are NYSC's core members that you train from school. They will at the end see you uttering what they have gathered to be the right thing from the polling unit. And use Bible to say, I cancel this result from so area, I cancel so results gathered by your students. To give it, who are they supposed to learn from? You. You told everything they have done correctly from polling unit before you at the collation center. You openly use your mouth as a professor, as a doctorate degree holder, to tell a core member that you trained from the university that this your result is cancelled because somebody have bribed you against your nation.
Mr. Richard, you render me slightly speechless.
It's so bad.
So
it's so
are
bad.
you
So
saying-
the system, the university, the education system has been bastardized by these same people who are claiming that we are not paying them enough from our collective national resources.
So you believe that they do not deserve the increase?
They don't deserve the increment. When they are doing the right thing for the country on its own will recognize them and increase their salary. They are not doing the right thing. Political office holder and appointees, they are not doing the right thing. The nation is something is wrong.
Your professors are waiting for you in school.
I am waiting to face them. There are good ones among them.
I agree.
There are good ones among them. But once the bad ones are supersede the good ones, there's no how anything will work.
We definitely get that. Thank you so much, Richard Oriri, for your time in the studio today. You're always very, very, how do I put it, generous with the truth. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure always.
Always. Thank you. All right, viewers, thank you so much for being a part of the show today. We really do appreciate you. And for those that called in, thank you so much. For those we couldn't take their calls, we really do apologize. We'll take your calls again tomorrow. I am Olamide Al Hassan, and that's bye for now.